More than 100 years ago, American explorer A.R. Wallace wrote that he had discovered tribal sculptures along the banks of the Columbia River. 3 enormous ape-like heads carved in basalt. It was puzzling to Wallace, who knew that no primates had ever been discovered in North America. How do you know what a giant ape looks like? He asked the native artists. We know, they told Wallace, because we've seen them. This field recording is believed to be the warning call of Bigfoot. While investigators have largely concentrated on retrieving physical and photographic proof that the legendary creature is alive, audio recordings are now emerging as the best evidence. Most recently, this mysterious sound made headlines in Ohio. It is quite different from the aggressive shriek recorded more than 20 years ago in the state of Washington.
It's a very high-pitched, squealing, blood-curdling, make your hair stand on edge scream.
The sound was recorded by Cha-das-ska-Dum Which-Ta-Lum, former police officer and elder of the Lummi tribe, which has a tradition of Sasquatch encounters. For them, the creature lives.
Our old people, like my grandmother, tell us stories about Siatko-Samaquist. You people call him Sasquatch. They tell us if we run across him, not to look into his eyes, because he can steal your spirit. These are the legends the old people talk about.
In the American Indian tradition, all of the tribes of the coastal Northwest have a common belief about Sasquatch or Bigfoot.
James Swan is a naturalist and cultural historian who has studied the folklore of many tribes.
Modern Western culture jokes at Bigfoot, but in the Indian culture, Bigfoot is serious. This is a real being, a real creature with spiritual powers that lives in wild places. It's a guardian of sacred places, and it's not a joke at all.
All these people that seen him, who had an accidental run-in with him, all got affected the same. They went into shock.
In 1974, I went duck hunting in the evening about 6:15, 6:30. And I looked up, and this thing got out of the ditch, and I froze, and I got my knees start shaking, and that was Bigfoot. After that, I sold my guns, and I never did go hunting again, you know.
In the Lummi Nation, the oral tradition of tribal lore is now being written down by elders and tribal police. This is how we know that 1974 and 75 were banner years for Sasquatch encounters. According to records, there were over 1,000 reported sightings during that period, and Officer Cha-das-ska-Dum took down most of them.
In 1975, I answered so many calls on him that people were making fun, saying that we were seeing things, that we're smoking dope, that we're drinking or something, and there was no such thing. And the more they taunted about it, the more I wanted to prove there was such a thing without killing him. I did not want to kill this animal. I wanted to prove that he existed.
And on a chilly, moonlit night in 1975, Cha-das-ska-Dum had his closest encounter of the beastly kind. It is an event burned in his memory.
November the 22nd, 1975, at 2 a.m., I received a prowler call at Emma Smith's residence on Scott Road. I was going north on Chief Martin Road, which is just off from the Scott Road. I could hear this screaming. I could see this thing running right toward my car. As it came into my bright light, I could see it was a Sasquatch. He had his mouth wide open, showing me all of his teeth. He was coming at me in an aggressive manner.
His radio was on, and police dispatch recorded the moment the aggressive creature confronted the officer. Sightings asked Michael D., the mammal curator for the Los Angeles Zoo, to render an opinion on the alleged Bigfoot recording.
I've heard it, and it's like nothing I've ever heard before. It's a noise, but whether or not an actual creature made that noise, I can't determine that. It doesn't sound like anything that I am familiar with, and I certainly am familiar with almost all the mammals that are in North America and their calls.
The source of this disturbing wail may never be known. No additional recordings have been made in the area since 1975, but those who have encountered the great primate know he will return.
He looks so human. Their facial features are so much like our own that it's almost like you say, where did you come from? What are you? I want to talk to you. I want to communicate. There's not a doubt in my mind that Sasquatch exists.
The Lummies are not the only indigenous people who believe in the reality of Bigfoot. In fact, every single tribe in the coastal Northwest, from Alaska to California, has a traditional belief in Sasquatch.